Howdy, I'm Hollow Angel. One of the things about me is I love designing characters. I have 5 separate projects I'm working on, all with different worlds and people. It's super fun. I wanted to get over some art block by trying out the MR, at least Pinterest OC Art Challenge. Although I really hate the AI on Pinterest, I thought it'd be pretty fun to try. I'll be making 3 separate characters. Now, clearly this will be pretty inspired by Good Omens. If you're interested in redesigns, check out my last video, where I redesigned Helluva Boss characters to fit into the universe of Good Omens. Here are the rules. I got, quote, a charming and inviting cafe with steampunk-inspired decor and clockwork gadgets in the 1930s. I'm so excited. Steampunk-inspired already gives me amazing ideas, let alone a cafe. On Pinterest, I'll be looking up 1930s cafe and steampunk-inspired decor. With the cafe, I immediately had ideas. I love the colors, and 1930s fit hand in hand with the steampunk. I definitely wanted to keep the leather seats and lighting. I love the colors and atmosphere, and my mind was racing with ideas. The decor was what I was expecting, but it gave me a lot of insight on what they could hold their ingredients in, like fun little beakers and intricate machines to make said drinks. I decided to generate 3 different years. You'll see why. I got 1721, 1756, and 1571. The date will be set in an infinite time frame because each character will hold inspiration based on those dates. Because the cafe is an interdimensional stop for time travelers, dreamers, aliens, or anyone who needs a break. Once you enter the door, you'll start wearing 1930s fashion immediately. Thus, I won't really need to be looking up season. For the first character, I got Marina and the Diamonds for the album. So Grill it is. She'll be the 1721 character. For her skin color, I actually got vitiligo, which I thought was super cool. It's a pretty rare skin condition, so I was surprised, but really happy I could have some representation in these characters. Her body type would be what I would describe as a pear shape, which is actually my favorite to draw. For her hair, I got these absolutely luscious locks, which I thought were magnificent, truly elegant, some might say. For her clothes, I searched up 1930s girls' outfits and got this basic dress. Her shoes were very cute, though, and embroidered. I like to think that's because she actually is a very expressive person, but doesn't like when other people worry about her. She knows what she likes and is confident. I got these adorable flower hair clips for her accessory that complemented the embroidery nicely. I used the 1700s name generator and got Liliana Westcote, which I think is awesome. Drawing her, I adjusted her hairpins and embroidery to be lily-shaped and gave her a cute locket, because she's dating the third character. Liliana is an ageless girl who appears to be about 27. She was born in my world's timeline of 1721. She works as the cafe's main barista, usually making the best drinks and always having a warm smile for the customers. She definitely is the most experienced and remembers all of the regulars' orders. I could see her learning new recipes super quickly and making her own for the menu. I imagine that the customers don't pay in cash, they pay in ingredients. Liliana is the main holder of these ingredients, and if someone can only pay with a form of money, it's her job to fork over the money to the boss. I knew I wanted the boss to be the oldest, and for her album, I got Hull, Live Through This. I've never heard of that album before, so I looked it up. I listened to it, and it's actually really good. So, the boss will be a girl boss. For her face, I got this, so she's going to be trans femme. Her body type is long and slim. I really love the picture of the model there, it's just so stunning. Her hairstyle is honestly perfect. I love the elegance, and keeping it up is so boss to me. I especially love the color, so I'm going to be making the character blonde as well. Her dress is awesome. I love the shape and scarf. It really reminds me of Fred from Scooby-Doo. Her shoes were different, but still professional. I really liked the sewn-on patches to it. I don't really know how to describe it, but it was very much giving, the older vibes. I ended up not giving her an accessory. All the accessories I looked up were hats, and I didn't think she'd wear one, especially with the way that her hair was up. I used the name generator for her as well, and got Angelise Perryville. She definitely keeps people in check and kicks evil vibe to people out. She has a great sense of fashion and attention. I didn't really like the color purple on her dress, so I changed it to the teal on the picture of the cafe. I added polka dots for a little extra detail. I think she'd be a Mary Poppins type. She definitely sees her workers as children and knows all of her customers and calls them patrons. She keeps everybody's names memorized and what they order, and helps our first character, Liliana, keep them in check. I imagine she just kind of comes and goes as she pleases and doesn't really stay to do shifts, but comes whenever she feels like she needs to. And now, the final coworker. The record I got was Ouija, which was pretty sick. I got this for skin color and decided to also use it as a facial reference. His build, I'd say, is pretty average. I really like the pose. His hair was very elegant, and I made sure to keep the bow in there. His shoes are perfect. I'd love to have a pair like that. The leather laces and texture are just perfection, but still I wasn't really getting any vibes on his personality. The outfit I happened to get was basically the male version of Liliana, which works perfectly for a dress code for the baristas, and overall made me choose to make them a couple. His hat added a bit of spice. The feather in it is what really drew my eye in. I now headcanon him to have a pet bird that was his best friend but passed away before he got the job. I imagine he's more of the silent type and cleans up and makes sure everything's organized. His design was really simple, but I wanted his features to bring his design across. His sharp features and soft features create a contrast of personalities, and his thoughtful face makes him seem more mysterious. His name is William, but nobody knows his last name, except for Angelise. William and Liliana have been dating only since they both got the job, which is the time span of all time, but logistically about 4 months. He doesn't talk much on his work hours, but when they go upstairs to their 2-bedroom apartment together, he likes to talk about things. In his spare time, he writes poetry that's inspired by the customers, and makes up headcanons and fanfictions. He seems out of it, but in actuality, he's super focused. I made a final drawing of them all together in the cafe. I had William polishing a glass in the shadows as he looked outward, probably at the customers. I had Angelise nodding approvingly and talking to Liliana, and Liliana is just enjoying her job. And those were my characters, done by the Pinterest challenge created by Emma Artley. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you later. I'm Hollow Angel, and I hope you have a blessed day.